Hi Cancer, this is going to be your quick and to the point reading for June 1st through the 7th. I do apologize, I don't have my normal setup, but I've been busy, so here we are. Please check out the Etsy link below, and if you are interested in a personal reading at the end of this, please email me, kaylintarot@gmail.com. I'll link it below, but without further ado, let's get into your reading. First, I'm using the Earth Magic Oracle card deck for the Oracle card of the week. What I pulled for you guys is ancestors, generations. For some of you, I just get the sense just from this card, you guys are breaking generational curses. And that is beautiful, but that also means a very hard road. As I was shuffling your tarot, I saw every ace, guys, all four of them. We did have the Ace of Wands reverse drop out, so like I said, I get this overwhelming sense of breaking generational curses, but we will dive into the reading to see where we're at. What's driving the energy is the Five of Swords reverse, so it seems like you're coming out of conflict finally, whether that is with yourself or with someone else. And look, another ace popped out again. Another ace. This is absolutely outrageous. Okay, what I'm seeing here is for some of you, you're definitely working on some stuff spiritually. You're really diving in there and trying to figure out what's going on in your mind, what's going on, and just like I said, breaking those ties, doing a lot of shadow work, trying to figure out why you're stuck in a situation that you've been stuck in. And it's like you have this understanding that it's something going on spiritually, but you're trying to figure out what, because whatever this is leaving you feeling very discontent, very disappointed in life. You might have had a win recently in life. When I say win, it could have been anything that just made you feel really happy. Something that made you feel fulfilled, something that really sparked your interest, but it's almost as if there's a block here. We've got the Ace of Pentacles in the upright, but we also have the Ace of Wands in the reverse and the Ace of Swords in the reverse in this reading. So what that's telling me is that it seems like there was a win somewhere in the recent past, something that was definitely super exciting, but you feel as if you're being blocked spiritually by this, and that's kind of making you, not that you haven't been, but it's making you go, making you dive in deep and try to figure out what exactly it is, because you know it might be a pattern actually in your life that you're trying to break, and you're like, okay, why does this keep happening? It's too specific, it has to have a meaning. So you are doing the shadow work, you're trying to trace everything back to the original source, you know. You kind of want to put things, I can't even talk. You're kind of wanting to put things on pause right now to really dive in and try to figure out what's going on. But what I'm seeing here is that there's an offer that's on the table currently, or an idea, something of that sort. But it's almost like going to have a delay or going to be taken away from you, kind of putting you in this position to really have, like, to almost be forced to do some self-reflection, because there's no movement forward, and this is all divinely orchestrated. It's kind of pushing you to the point where you have to gain clarity, you have to dig deep and figure out what exactly it is that's going on here. And at the end of the day, once you put in that work, you're going to be absolutely perfect. You're going to be absolutely on your stuff, and you're going to be holding that pinnacle, and you're going to be happy where you're at. But there is a need to do some of that shadow work, figure out what's going on. And for some of you guys, you're having it harder than anybody else ever had it, because you're trying to break that generational curse, no matter what it is. Jeez. I don't want to take them. It's too many. What is this Three of Cups doing here? Why? Yeah, it's something from your past. It's you're realizing right now that you're breaking something. You're breaking, I just keep saying breaking generational curses, and I know for some of you you're not going to understand what I mean by that. for example, this literally doesn't have to resonate with anybody. I'm just trying to think of some type of example for this. So say your dad cheated on your mom, right? And then your grandpa cheated on your grandma, and then your great grandpa cheated on your grandma. And then now I guess I should put this, it doesn't really matter the gender, but then now so for the woman side of things, like, generations have been cheated on, right? So it's almost like teaching your daughters and then your granddaughters and everything else, you can't trust any man, like that type of thing, which is bringing you into a relationship that you're manifesting this, because that's how you've been taught. So like now all of a sudden you get cheated on, right? And it's like, oh, well, it happened to my mom, it happened to my grandma, it happened to my great grandma, of course it's going to happen to me because this is how this works. No, that's not how this works. And I think some of you are realizing, please, like, I had to use that as an example because I couldn't think of anything else. It literally could be anything. So please don't think that I'm saying, like, somebody's getting cheated on. That is not what I'm saying. I'm just trying to use an example. But what I'm seeing here is that some of you, whoever's resonating with this, some of you, you're like going deeper than that. You're like, okay, wait a second. There's no way that this just happens to everyone for no reason. And it's like, oh, well, it happened again. No, like, you're like, okay, where did this start? Why is this like this? Blah, blah, blah. And then you trace it back and you're like, oh, okay. That's what I mean by generational curse here, guys. So it's like you feel blocked by whatever this is. And at the end of the day, you're really trying to figure out what's going on. Okay. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? You're so confused by this that some of you aren't listening to your intuition, and you feel as if even when you try to ask for guidance, like from your guides or spirit, whatever, you're not getting the answers that you seek, and that's very irritating to you. Oh, man. Sorry. I wasn't even asking, but that fell out on top of that, so I feel like it should be there. So I feel like this offer, whatever this Ace of Pentacles is, it's almost going to be taken away from you just for a second. Not for too long because it's yours. But Spirit's just going to take it away just for a second. So you can trace whatever this is back. And if you feel like you're having a hard time, yeah, it's because you're trying to break whatever this is, whatever this cycle is. I shouldn't say generational curses, but I feel like that terminology is good. But you're trying to break this cycle that's been happening for a very long time, I should say. And the universe is going to force you to take a time out to do so. Sorry, I've got so many bug bites around my ankles. I'm just very itchy. But it's... Why is the Queen of Cups here? I feel like it's going to kind of imbalance you emotionally a little bit. It's going to throw you off balance because there's a lot going on. But deep down, you, like, know what's going on. So it's going to be okay. Like I said, self-reflection. That's what really needs to happen. You need to trace this all the way back. Let's get one more advice card. Cancer. Okay, 2 came out. This is what I'm going to focus on, though. But this is for some of you. There's a need for grounding here. There's a definite need for grounding in this situation because it's got you kind of feeling crazy. But we've got unfoldment. So what I see with this, especially because I just looked at the High Priestess, in due time, you will learn. You will learn all about whatever this is, and you'll trace it back. But there is a need to just hang in there and let the answers come to you. Definitely search for them, but don't search so hard that you're blocking yourself. Okay, Cancer, that has been your quick and to the point. I really hope it resonated. If it did, leave me a comment below. We'll see you next time.